Welcome. This will be Ben's second podcast, Jesse's multiple podcasts, but first in-person podcast.
That feels good.
Welcome to the studio.
Not through a camera lens.
No, I know. It's through a Zoom camera lens. It's obviously a little bit warmer in Penrith, as you can tell.
Yeah. No negative degree.
No.
-3 weather.
Fuck that.
No.
Ben, how you going, my bro?
Good, man. Good.
Yeah, good. Obviously,
Good to be here.
when this loads, this will be your second podcast. Yeah.
Yes.
So, very, very excited for that. But welcome to the team.
I'm honoured.
Honoured. Love that. Alright, so today, start us off, we got some quick fire questions to go through, right, for you guys, and I'll answer as well, just so that everyone can get to learn to know who we are a little bit more.
Sweet.
Scrunch or fold?
Fold.
I don't know what that means, so I'll fold.
Just fold, I don't want to answer.
When you finish going to the toilet
Yeah.
and you need a wipe, scrunch or fold.
When you wipe your ass, do you scrunch the toilet paper or do
I
you
fold it.
Yeah, you got to fold
yeah,
it.
yeah,
You got to get every... You got to maximise
It's a
the...
delicate matter.
That's normal for Poms, eh?
Not a palm.
You're from Wales?
Yeah, we usually just use our hands.
Cool. Fuck. Get out of here.
What happened, though?
Oh, alright, next question. Alright, on a night out, what you go to post night out feed? So, like, you've just had a few, you had a big night. Where are you going for a feed?
Sombreros.
Zambrero on a night out.
It's Bathurst, bro. There's not much.
Fuck, man.
To be honest, I usually just go home and cook up. Usually a shit ton of bacon.
Oh, wait, after a night out?
Yeah,
You go home?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
chicken tenders in the air fryer.
That's what I was asking.
Sorry, I thought you meant like...
Ketchup.
Yeah. No, barbecue sauce.
For me, it was always a bacon sandwich.
Bacon briny.
Bacon.
Bacon
Bacon.
butty.
Bacon boy. Mine would be, I would go the mee goreng. Mee goreng, and I would probably put some chicken tenders in there.
I've had some mee goreng before and I'm after a night out, yeah.
And that helps. Alright, next one. This is an age-old question that's gone through 1,000 times, but I don't know if you guys have heard it. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
100 duck-sized horses.
Yeah, so you got 100 little fucking horses coming at you.
It's
Are you
like
gonna fight them?
how many toddlers
Yeah,
could you fight in a cage fight?
I'd kill them all. But who are you fighting with the duck? I'd kick.
Yeah, it's too easy. The duck-sized horse. Horse-sized.
Horse-sized duck.
No,
One
duck.
horse-sized duck.
Do you know how? But have you seen how like a bigger horse is? Imagine that, but a
Yeah,
duck.
but it's a duck, bro.
Yeah, but think about the
But
dude.
think about the ducks when
The
ducks get
neck,
territorial.
man, like the jab of the neck.
I'm sorry, that thing comes towards you. Bang, big snap. Get
There you go.
Ben's just getting the one over, and then call it a day, go home. What do you reckon?
It's got no arms.
I'll go the duck-sized horses. 100?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lot. Though.
That's a lot. You're going to fatigue at a 50 at least.
Oh, you don't know what my stamina is.
I feel like we need to put
I
that.
can
You
go
know,
all day.
you know the simulators on TikTok where it's like 1,000 Spartans versus it. That we need that.
Yeah.
Or 1RM versus the duck-sized
What
horse.
Was it 100 men versus one gorilla?
Yeah,
I
that.
did recently. The gorilla just tore through them.
Gorilla would fuck everyone up.
be
Man.
honest, it would.
Seriously, they are so.
Depends who's fighting.
No weapons.
Jesse versus gorilla.
I'm dead.
Alright. Would you rather get caught posing in the mirror or taking a gym selfie on timer? We get that all the time anyway, so it's not really a hard thing.
I'd rather get caught taking one in the mirror,
Yeah.
like, rather than a selfie timed.
Yeah, time selfie's awkward.
That is weird.
Yeah.
In the middle of the gym?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even today when we're taking photos in the gym, we trained and then we took some
Yeah.
photos. I was like, all right, I'm kind of over this now. Like,
Yeah.
it's literally our job to do so, and I'm
was
kind
pretty
of
awkward.
And I'm kind of over it. And I was like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Same, Ben.
Yeah, so I've never really been a fan of the time ones either.
No, self-timed photos. Like, we did that today as well.
Yeah, 'cause we had to.
Seeing that flashing light made me feel so awkward.
Yeah. Last one. Favorite muscle group to train and least favorite.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Big fan of back day at the moment.
Yeah.
I think I'm really, because that's my big point I had to work on post-comp, was my back, was my weak point. So I think that's what's driving me to come back with a better back end. But at the moment, quads always gets me. I just feel visceral reaction, like want to vomit after
As
training
in,
quads.
like, you hate it or you like
I
it?
hate it.
Yeah, I hate it too, eh?
Like, the pump is worth it, and the results. But man, if I didn't have to train them, if they could just grow by themselves, I'd let them.
I'm the same. It's like Megan had a what's it called, baby shower thing, and one of the questions was, "What's Rhys's favorite muscle group to train?" And everyone said quads. I go, "No, I fucking hate legs.
You don't need to train quads.
I literally hate legs so much that I have to do it." So
I probably assumed that because it was your best quality.
yeah, exactly. But I think I just get
That's the only thing you brought to stage was quads.
yeah, literally, I had nothing else. Literally, it's like I think I just hate leg day so much that I get so rolled up that I'm like, oh, I hate this, and then you train harder. So
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to say legs for both.
you enjoy
I
training.
love it more than anything else, but I also hate it more than anything else.
Yeah.
For me, obviously, it's because I focused so much on the upper body in my younger years, and obviously when I got older and thinking about stepping on stage, physique it's proportional, right?
Yeah.
So you can't just focus on one specific area. You got to make
Everything
grow. So that was a challenge for me, obviously with my back injury too. But like that's what's made me love it, because I'm seeing actual results, not just seeing my legs blow up, but also the benefits that are coming with like my back and all those kind of things as well. So
yeah, we'll get into that in the next part, because I do want to talk about what it takes to get into the next level of your physique. But lastly, what exercise, because I've got one, would you not train if you weren't bodybuilding? So let's just say you stop bodybuilding, you're just training because you love training, you just want to look good naked. What exercise are you going to stop doing? I'll go for mine. I would never, ever, ever do an adduction ever again.
I actually started
I will never, ever do an adduction ever again.
Dude, the feeling of my adductors like just switching on from an adduction movement is insane. It's like back extensions. You do one set and you're like, oh, they're firing. So, but I enjoy them.
You enjoy it, like, so you would keep them in the program after your bodybuilding,
100%.
I'm going to have to agree with Jesse on that one.
Yeah. All right. What would you get rid of then? Or are you just going to keep doing everything?
It's a hard one. I actually really enjoy it.
about it. Because
maybe it's just me because I've chundersized and I'm just sick of the shape. I don't want it anymore, bro.
Hey, even like the chafe is real, especially during summer.
Is there everything, or you just keep it in?
Oh, like having to do like ab exercises gets just repetitive
And annoying.
Yeah,
Because you only see abs like for 3 months of the year and then they go.
Well, I mean, I've still got mine.
Yeah, you still got shit. Fuck.
But when it comes to the post feeling, it's like having to do anything. Oh, I don't know. It's hard because like then I think about like I did deadlifts and then my lower back was like really tight for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And then I'm having to like move weights and stuff for clients, and I'm like having to like really, brace my core and everything. So it's just annoying, if anything. But
fair enough. Ben, you cutting anything out from the program? If you didn't have to do it, you wouldn't do it.
I think I would do it all.
You just keep it all.
I love punishing myself, so
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh well, you're better than me. You guys are.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah, let's break that down, Ben.
I love it. If it's difficult, I'll keep doing it.
Yeah, well, it's challenging.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's a big thing. Is like actually
You don't go to the gym to be comfortable, do you?
no.
You go there to challenge yourself.
What do we do with trauma? We save it for the hack. Save it for the hack.
Pendulum.
For the pendulum. Oh, all right. Moving into the actual topic of the day, I want to talk about how, if there's people watching, they've probably been training for a year or so. How do they get to the next level of their physique? Like, what do they need to do? Where does their mindset need to shift? Training, nutrition, everything. So starting off from like a training perspective, let's just say someone's been training, they're going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, they love it, they're in there, but then they're like, okay, I really need to step things up because I kind of look the same for the last 6 months. What do they need to do with their training?
Train harder.
Yeah.
Track it.
Actually track their training.
Yeah.
Definitely track it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're never going to know if you're progressing or not.
Because that was a big thing for you, right?
Yes.
Like before you jumped on board and we started coaching.
Yes.
You were training, and then I'm like, no, track your weights. You're like, yeah, and I'm like, no, and then that's when you've seen the biggest progression, right?
100%.
Yeah.
And not changing things up too quickly and too often.
No.
I think a lot of people just go in and they might do something for the same like couple of weeks, but one, they're not tracking, so they're not getting the proper numbers. So they're kind of maybe doing the same, maybe same reps, same weights, if anything, or maybe a little bit less, a little bit more, but it's not consistently trying to like, okay, this is what I hit last week, how am I going to match or do better and progress myself and train a bit harder this week? And then they'll just go, oh, well, instead of dumbbell chest press, I'll just do, Smith press or something like that, which isn't a bad idea, but, you know, periodically you can swap it in and out, but, you know, you think about, like, well...
But yeah, if every week you're like, oh, that's taken, I'll just do this or that, and then you're not... Like, you can do that sometimes, but really waiting an extra 2 minutes for a bench and then going on to the exercise and progressing makes a big difference, because if you jump on something else and you got to kind of be like, oh, this feels kind of hard, I'll go up again. And you're starting from the bottom again, right? Whereas if you know you've done 40 kilos on chest press, you're going for that extra rep, you're already pushing to that failure, like the actual limits. So
it definitely is all about challenging yourself.
Yeah, cool.
Like going to the gym, doing things that you know you can do. What's the point?
Yeah,
you know you can do it. It's not making the body go, oh, okay, we need to change things up here. So pushing yourself, even if it's just increments of like 1.5 kilos. You know, little wins every week, and then you look back and, like you say, if you track it, then you can know, oh, 6 weeks ago I benched 100 kilo. Now I'm benching 120. You know, but like if you didn't track that, even though you know you're benching more, you're not seeing the progress. It does make a massive difference just being able to see something physically there.
And then even on the rep side of things, like if you know you have to hit 13 reps, you're going to hit the 13 reps. Whereas if you just go into it blind, you're going to fail at 10. You know what I mean? But in the back of your mind, you're like, I have to hit 30. Like there's no other option here. You'll get the 13. But if you didn't have that there, you'd probably stop at 10 and go, yeah, I hit failure. And no, you didn't. You're nowhere near it. So you're still 3% reserve. So I think that's a big thing, tracking your weights. And whether it's through an app or whether it's just writing it down in a book or something, just tracking it so you don't have to fart ass around, so that everything you do is quality is big. Also, from a training perspective, is just training shit that needs to come up in your physique as well. So for the longest time, I was just doing quad-based movements because it felt good, and I was like, oh, I'm good at it. But then I had shit glutes, shit hamstring, shit adductors, that sort of thing. So then I've had to do a lot of pull that back and then bring the legs up as well. And then obviously, you know, my upper body's pretty shit. But yeah, I think looking at your physique, evaluating what needs to come up and not just doing your favourite stuff probably helps. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I agree. Well, like last time I competed, or the first time I competed, you know, the feedback was, and it was evident when you look back on the footage, it's like from the back, you know, that was a massive weak point. So going into this off season was one of the things was hammer the back, you know, add in an extra back day or just more volume compared to the other days, or the other body parts. So it's been one of the things that I've had to do is bring my back up and just increase the volume there, and you know, especially when you're building, and then you see the results. You know, I put before and afters before I started training my back more consistent, more just in a higher volume compared to the rest of the body, and it's like, oh, it's actually come up, it's actually grown, it's gotten thicker, and it actually looks fucking good. So
it's coming up. What about you, Ben? You were talking. You
noticed that unless you took the photos.
So
that's another thing people forget.
It's take the damn photos, right?
100%. Yeah.
What about you, Ben? You were talking about it before.
Posterior chain for me. Obviously, because spent decade plus in the construction industry as a bricklayer. As a bricklayer, as you know, you probably bent over all day, every day. Not fun. So my posterior chain became very weak because of that. So when I tackled things in the gym, I realised that that's an area I needed to focus on more than anything else. So things I enjoyed, like bench press, shoulder press, all those things I enjoyed, I had to take a step back from them and start training things that I wasn't a fan of. But in time and seeing those results, it's made me a fan of those exercises now. Things that I hate.
Because you're seeing the results in it, right? Like
exactly. That's why my mindset's shifted from it now.
Yeah. So.
But also you need to, when you realise what's the problem and you do something to tackle that problem and see actual results, then I think your mindset shifts to like genuinely enjoying it now. Whereas beforehand, you're like, I don't want to do it, but I know I have to do it if I want to feel better.
Let's be honest. I was being a little bitch about the adductors. Like, I just don't like doing it because it hurts. But most of the time, where people don't, like, they fucking suck, man. I don't care. It feels like a ball sex about.
I think mine are still tight, actually. And I trained him on Sunday last week. It's
Your
been
range
6
of
days.
motion is just that.
My range of motion is incredible, actually. So, yeah.
But most of the time where I've had people where they're like, I hate this exercise, it's because they don't feel it, or they're not actually targeting the muscle. Like, I don't like doing seated hamstring curls because you're not locked in properly, you're not set up properly, you don't feel it. As soon as you do what Ben said, and you get yourself in a position, you can actually train the lagging muscle group, and you can actually really drive tension to the target area, and then all of a sudden you get a pump there and you're like, oh fuck, I have glutes, or I've delts, so I can see that, and then you're like, I want to train this all the time now. So if you don't enjoy doing an exercise, most likely just because you're not getting the response that you want from it, and it's just a few form tweaks. So from so in terms of elevating a physique, we went through training. In terms of nutrition, what do you think people need to do? Can be very generalized. Obviously, there's a few facets to this, but from a nutritional point of view, what do you think is the biggest change that needs to be made for people who are kind of just, throughout the week loving the gym, and then whatever happens on the weekend happens? What do you reckon?
I guess they actually need to realise that those results are going to come from nutrition more so than training itself. It's more important. The training's the easy part, essentially. It's what you do outside of the gym. Although, you're in the gym for 1 hour a day. So the rest of that, what are you going to be doing with it? Well, you're in.
We were in there.
We were in there for 3.
We're talking about
Posing room for about 40 minutes as well.
So that can be a lot harder.
Yeah.
A lot harder for people mentally as well.
It was a hard thing for me.
Yeah. It's a hard thing for me too. But it also gives you some kind of clarity and think, okay, so once you start tracking food, and then you realise what it was you were eating before you were tracking, it gives you a sense of like, oh my god, I would have been eating hundreds of grams of fat or something, or nowhere near hitting my protein. Yeah. Just eating what I liked because I liked it and thinking I'm eating enough. But unless you're tracking it, like we're saying, when it comes to nutrition, training, all of it, track it all, that's how you're going to see actual results.
Yeah. But then on top of that, with the nutrition, the pairing of that with actually training hard and consistently and tracking your training as well, very quickly you start to see the difference in the results show. Absolutely. I remember when I first started tracking again, when I was going in to compete, and instantly was just sitting at maintenance, and all of a sudden my body composition just started to turn, and I started losing the same weight, but body fat was dropping just slowly, and muscle was just building, and I was like, this is good. You start seeing that, things just start popping a bit more, and your energy's a bit better, and you sleep a bit better, and
I think, if you really want to take things to the next level, I think just locking in makes a difference. Tracking, to making every day look similar. Obviously, if you're not competing, whatever, you've got to have an off-plan meal here or there, you're still living your life. But if you go from eating meals 5 days a week to then eating meals 95% of the time, having maybe one off-plan meal throughout the week, you're going to see a big difference, especially over the weekends as well. Making sure your weekends look almost very similar to the weekdays, and just maybe have one off-plan meal a week, you're going to look completely different because you've just kind of locked in. And I would say that's more so, you see that more when you're not in a hard deficit or whatever, because dieting's, don't want to say it's easy, but you get instant gratification, where the hard part is growing muscle, because it's just I look the same. I don't know. I'm just me. I'll have a bit of this, have a bit of that. But if you can stay locked in that growing phase and go up incrementally without putting on too much body fat, that's where you'll see big results.
Yeah. Not being afraid to just have a little bit of extra body fat on you.
I think that's the biggest thing.
Yes, coming to terms with things like that.
It's been hard seeing the extra body fat come on. I'm it's okay. It's okay.
But that's hard though. Sometimes, especially if you don't if there's people out there who don't hold it better than others, because some people hold it in different positions. But there is. I know when I get around, I'm about 96 now. If I get around the 98s, calories around 4,000, then I'm starting to feel like I'm doing 7 or 8 plates on the leg press. I'm really strong. Don't look great, but I'm strong, and that's where I'm making my big progressions. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas it would be really easy for me to be like, oh, now I'm going to stay around 94 and walk around with abs or whatever. But am I my strongest? Probably not. You know what I mean? So that's a tough thing as well. I think it's obviously tough for males, but then tough for females as well.
Yeah, massively. Yes. I think there's been a misconception around what women should actually, what's natural. And I think there's a lot of especially now that there's I don't want to speak out of turn, I'm not a female, but, I think there's a natural body fat level. And then you go, down to competing and you get really low. It's like, it's unrealistic.
Yeah.
And people just want to walk around looking like that all day, and it's like, that's not healthy for your body at all.
No,
even for males as well.
Yeah.
Like sitting down that low, it's not. You don't feel great at all.
But females have to have a higher level of body fat just for them to operate. You know what I mean? So I think and the problem is that there's genetic outliers that can lean and stay lean all year round and feel great, and then you see them you see them and you're like, oh, I'm too fat. But if you're making progress in the gym and you're lifting heavier and you don't have any negative side effects in terms of, you still feel relatively okay, then you're in a sweet spot. You want to stay there for as long as possible. Well, you reckon you were up relatively high with your food?
Yeah, I was. I kind of didn't really care about how I was looking at the time because I knew what it was doing.
Yeah.
I came to terms with it pretty early on.
Yep.
Obviously, I had so much energy all day, every day. Like almost every single session, I was hitting a PB.
Yeah.
So that was just an amazing feeling. Amazing feeling. Yeah. Like leg day, for example, I started on the hack squat at 1 plate either side. Towards the end of my bulk, I'm on 5. So seeing myself,
that was 6 reps at 200 kilos on the pre-core hack, which is not
it's not easy. And it was a very proud moment for myself as well. I was just like, fuck yeah. Like I've done it. Like I've got
massive achievement.
Yeah. So what are some lifestyle things that people need to do? They're looking to take their physique to the next level.
Don't let loose on weekends. Treat your weekends like any other day of the week.
Yeah.
But also do not sacrifice social life either.
Yeah.
It's a big, big thing. So do not keep yourself so enclosed that people push you away. You still need to have a social life. But people...
Because that's easy to do, right? Like, first step, obviously, you got to take a step away, right? So then you start going out, you stop partying, you stop drinking and stuff.
Take a step back from some things that you probably enjoyed beforehand if you really want to change something.
And then you get so engrossed in training in the gym and whatever, and then you just fall down that hole, and then you're like, actually...
Yes.
I've got no fucking friends anymore. I've got no life. All I do is go to this gym, bro.
Yes.
And then I just look at myself in the mirror, and then that's it.
Yeah, which is quite a touchy subject, that one can be, because I know people who have completely internalised it all, and
that's why I'm laughing. So that's my way of coping with it.
Yeah, yeah. To the point where people have gone, they've stopped putting effort into you because you keep turning down things like, oh, bro, I can't turn up because maybe they feel like if they do turn up, they'll be more inclined to fault or fail in their diet or whatever it looks like for them. They feel like they know that they've got a bit of a weak willpower, and if they go, they're probably going to end up taking part in things they don't want to take part in.
Yeah, 100%. What do you reckon? Same thing?
Yeah, same thing. I think during prep was a big thing where, I could still go out and have friends. I could still have friends. I could still have fun with my friends and, still go out. But it was more like, instead of having, copious amounts of alcohol, I'll just have a sugar-free Red Bull, get a bit of caffeine in and just, enjoy. And
don't be a hermit.
Yeah. And I think it's just like, it's healthy. The more that we look at, I think it's even scientific, it's like, the more you are enclosed away from people, it's like, it's less healthy.
Yeah, 100%.
It's healthy to actually have a social life and actually be around people. So
first step, you have to pull back on the partying and the drinking, or otherwise you're going to end up eating shit on weekends, like chicken barney sandwich or bacon buddies and fucking meat rings and stuff. But then once you do that, it's very easy to then fall in your own little hole and then be quite hermit because you don't want to. And maybe it's because you don't want to go out and cop the shit. Maybe it's because why aren't you drinking and whatever, or maybe it's because you're not surrounding yourself with people who don't support you. So
which in a uni town for me, in Bathurst, it's I would go out and people are like, what are you drinking? I'm like, it's just Red Bull. And like, what, just Red Bull? I'm like, I'm not drinking. And like, what? Why are you not drinking? And it was like this foreign concept that you would go out and not drink. Yeah. But I think it was just it was easy to decide not to drink when it was, I know why I'm not drinking is because I've got a goal.
Yeah.
My goal doesn't include me going out and getting slaughtered on the weekend. It's just go out, have fun. And there was times where, it wasn't every weekend, but it was this weekend I feel like I just need to rest and just get my mind straight. And if I go out, it's just not going to be, beneficial for myself. And I'd say that to my mates, and my housemates would go out and, come back at 2 a.m. in the morning and come and go, Jesse, what's happening? I'm like, bro, I'm just sleeping. I'm like,
please leave me alone.
Like, leave me alone. Like, let me sleep. And they were understanding. They're like, oh, okay, just close the door and go back downstairs and whatever. But there was never any, I think being around, certain people is probably a big thing. And as long as they're uplifting you towards your goals and actually, supporting them. But if you've got people that are dragging you down, it's probably...
You probably need to say goodbye to that, or at least take a little step away. There's times for those people, and then that's probably not most of the time, right? So,
yeah, that would be the best approach. I agree with. Take the step away.
Yeah.
Because then it's really going to shine light on that friendship too, then. If you take a step away, because you're like, no, actually, I really want to focus on me right now, right? If they do not come to the table afterwards, once you've stepped away, then it makes you go, okay, well, maybe they weren't a friend. They were just keeping me around for whatever reason,
Yeah.
But if they go...
Or what you were doing was the core of your friendship, right? Whether it was drinking or other things.
Yes. 100%. So if you take a step back and you don't hear from them, then that's when you go, okay, there's no point in me having this person in my life anymore. I might as well surround myself with people who are either in the same boat as me, or in the same vicinity as me, same goals as me, people who are like-minded. People who are going to support you. That's really the best way to put it.
Yeah, cool. I agree. I would say, obviously, the weekends are the big thing, making them look consistent, surrounding yourself with the right people, not drinking. Other little things as well that you can do throughout your week that a lot of people are probably lacking on is just focusing on meal timings, making sure you're eating regularly, especially putting, carbohydrates around your training time so you can actually eat to perform, not just whenever you feel hungry or, whether you're tracking or not tracking or whatever it may be. So really making sure you're bang on with your food. And then the other thing is sleep, making sure that you are getting a good night's sleep, especially if you're natty. Sleep is everything. Yeah. Sleep's everything for everyone, but obviously, Hanson can get away with it a little bit more than we can. But if you're natty and you're trying to build a physique or, trying to improve it, you need to make sure you're optimizing all those little 1%ers. And sleep's the best drug you can take ever. Sleep will affect obviously how you mentally are, how you physically perform, everything. So I think make sure you're optimizing those things as well. So
I actually feel like as well, if you can do that, it's so much more, gives you so much more clarity and also gratitude towards yourself for being able to, how easy is it for someone to go, you know what, fuck this, I'm going to take enhancements.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm sick of this. I want some enhancements because I want to see instant results. I want to have that edge on everyone else or whatever. But is it really worth it?
They haven't optimized, they haven't even thought about meal timings or sleep or anything like that, right? All those little 1%. Yeah. So.
But I think they don't realise that when you do go enhanced, you probably there's actually more that you need to do in terms of maintaining yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
Otherwise you're just gonna screw yourself up for life.
Yeah, let's be honest, from a bodybuilding perspective, literally stepping on stage, if you're a shit natural bodybuilder, you're gonna be shit enhanced bodybuilder. It doesn't matter if you're crappy in the natty route. Don't think some drugs are gonna save you, man. They're just gonna they'll just make things not worse. But
because then you see the genetic freaks natural
that are winning IFBB Pro cards against.
Yeah. I saw that. You see the guy who won his IFBB Pro card and he's natural?
Classic physique?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
His name's Schwarzenegger. Is that the dude? He's a black guy from America. His literal name on Instagram is Schwarzenegger or something like that.
No, I didn't see his name. I just saw it and I was like, that's impressive.
Yeah, wow. And he's juiced. And then the guy who won the WNBF Worlds last year, and the Babikar actually won his pro card against open bodybuilders in open bodybuilding natural.
Far out.
So
genetic
elites, but they're ticking those 1%ers that they're making sure the meals are on time, they sleep, they're not, they surround themselves around the right people. It's all those little things, plus the training and nutrition that's bringing them up. And if you're looking to take to the next level from being a hobby builder to an actual hey, I want to take this a little bit seriously, then that's what you have to start doing.
Which takes a lot of sacrifice, and it's like you said earlier, it's not. What'd you say before? It's not for everyone, but it can be.
Yeah.
It's not for.
That's the thing. People are so scared because they realise that it's around the clock. It doesn't. It's not just
Monday to Friday.
Yeah, it's not just Monday to Friday.
It's not just a 9 to 5.
It's around the clock. It's from when you wake up to when you go to sleep. You've got to prioritise so much, which can push people away.
But there's layers to it, right? Like, so it's when we get people on for coaching, it's like if there's coaching has layers, O's have layers, onions have layers. I can't fucking do the accent, but but essentially, if you get someone in, the first step is to obviously get them coming to the gym regularly, right? Frequently. Don't lean back. That chair's broke.
Scared me.
Yeah, you're gonna die. So
switch my eyes.
You will die.
So you want to get people coming in regularly. Then you get them obviously getting, obviously into their training, get them tracking their training. Then we add in layers about nutrition, whether it's macro tracking, and it goes down and down and down until they're taking the same supplement at the same time with the same meal times all the way down here. But it starts off in levels and in layers, so that it doesn't have to be so. Because if you were to tell someone to go and you're only allowed to wipe your ass at this time or whatever it may be, like some of the clients in prep, then it's going to be a little bit like it's all too much. So there's definite layers and there's a scale. Like if you don't need to go that intense or you don't want to, there's no dramas with that. We still obviously coach lifestyle and heaps of people that are just happy looking good and don't need to go to the nth degree. But it's depending on the scale and where you want to go, then there's layers on how to do that so it doesn't become too scary.
I think it's also very important that it's made aware to the client that it's we're doing this for you. Like they could look at it and go, oh, he's making me do this, he's making me do that. Yeah, but we're doing it because we want you to get to where you want to be. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Or you asked to get there.
Yeah, you asked us what you wanted, we're giving you what you need to get there.
Yeah,
Easier than that.
Yeah, pretty much. So when, I think they need to take a step back and actually realise that.
Yeah.
There's so many people who, they go, oh, actually, this is too much, I might not want to do it, or I might question whether I can do it. It's like, well, hang on a minute, we're only telling you what you need to know for your goal.
Yeah. And that's fine. I've had some people who thought they wanted to go down, thought they wanted to jump into a prep or wanted to get shredded, then they, realised what it takes to get there, and they're like, hey man, it's not really no drama, and then you just go, no dramas, happy days. We'll just stay here. We'll just stay up here on the scale. We don't need to go all the way down there. There's no push.
And then they go, oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Happy days. Yeah, cool. There's no pressure from out.
I don't need to compare.
Yeah.
I don't need to train and compete.
I don't need to get shredded glutes. No one wants to be walking around with shredded glutes.
They were pretty cool though.
Oh, they were cool for about 3 seconds, and then I sent naked photos out to everyone, and then after that I was like, all right, I'm tired. I've clenched my ass enough.
Give me a donut.
Yeah. But no, I think that the scale thing is big to think about as well for people who are looking to take the next step, is that it doesn't have to be an all or nothing approach. There's layers to it, and just kind of working on one thing at a time to get through it is going to be the main thing. And that's where it comes back to making sure that whatever we do is sustainable. So if we go through, how we coach people, we follow our 5-step stand method at 1RM. First step, obviously, sustainability. If it's not sustainable, it's not going to work for you, and we've already failed before we've even started, right? Then we focus on your training, make sure you optimize your training, tracking your weights like what we said at the start, make sure we're making progress and actually have a solid program for your physique. Then we go into, obviously, accountability, making sure that there's extrinsic accountability from us as coaches, but then there's also, you have to keep yourself accountable as well. We can't be there all the time for you.
Yes.
Then looking at nutrition, like what we said, tracking your macros, making sure we've got enough energy around your training times to make sure you perform. And then the last one is either determination or dedication, kind of the same thing, because after a certain point the motivation's going to fade. And after the first, probably 4 to 5 weeks of following a plan, that's kind of where the motivation fades. You've been doing the same thing kind of repetitively, and that's where you got to, kind of lock in and be like, okay, cool, this is why I'm doing this. And I know it's not the most funnest thing in the world right now, or I'd rather go out and do X, Y, Z, but the why is stronger than that, and that's why I'm going to stay dedicated. So,
don't be afraid to get nitty and gritty.
100%.
It's going to be repetitive, but it's where you're going that matters.
But I think the main thing with the repetitiveness is that if you are hating every step of it, you're not gonna
stick to it.
Yeah, the people who have great physiques or are on the next level are people who love every second of it. They don't realize they're doing it. They're just like, I love this. Like,
it's just second nature.
Yeah, it's second nature. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, no, I love this. You know what I mean? We all love training. That's why we go to the gym. We love it. So So it's not hard to do.
No.
Yeah, I had one of my mates come up to me in the gym, and he's like, I don't get it how some people hate coming to the gym and they find it hard to get up and get to the gym. He's like, I love it. Just come in, pick up some weights, put them back down.
Yeah,
I was like, as simple as that's pretty much all it is.
100%. So, I think those are probably the main things to think about when we're looking to build a physique. So we went through, obviously, the training side of things. People need to make sure that they're tracking their weights. They've actually got a program, and they're tracking the reps as well, so that they can actually make decent progress. And they've got a program that's working for their physique, not just the favourite shit that they like to do.
Yeah.
Nutrition, obviously, making sure that we're prioritising carbs around training times. Meal timings, making sure your weekends look the same as your weekdays, which is what we all kind of discussed, kind of affected us. Now, lifestyle, bring people up. Make sure you surround yourself with people who bring you up. Probably need to pull back or even stop the partying, depending on how hard your goal is. Then also focusing on the little 1%ers. Is your sleep on point? Is your meal timings on point? De-stress, mental health, all that sort of stuff. Even when you can, which is half the reason why we go to the gym. But I think all of those are things that will help you elevate your physique.
Yes, I think it's also very important to know that, because a lot of people out there are very OCD.
Yeah.
And when they know the process, they will beat themselves up for missing a meal or they slept 6 hours instead of 7. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's
about the progress is about what what's the saying, that your end result is the cumulative addition of everything you've done throughout that process, right? So missing one or two little things isn't the end of the world. Even in
2 out of 10, it's not going to kill you.
Yeah, it's not going to kill you, but you just want to consistency is key. You just want to make sure you're rolling through and stacking the punches.
Yes.
All the way around.
What was it I told you today in the gym? One of my favourite quotes. You don't see how far you've come because you're constantly raising your bar.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. That's powerful, bro.
Yeah.
It is.
That's where you got to look back and then be like, look how far I've come.
Looking back at 14-year-old Jesse and going,
because this was you at the beginning, and this is the goal you set.
Yeah.
You don't realise you've already reached that goal, surpassed it, and had new ones.
Yeah.
Because you're constantly raising your bar.
Yeah.
You get to that point, and you want to set the new heights.
And you go, oh man, I'm a bit hard on yourself, but it's like, hey, look at how far you've come.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we're going to cop. Obviously, we all go through that. People who watch this are going to cop that because obviously, if you're watching this, you're pretty locked in, which means you're a high achiever, which means you want a little bit more for yourself. That's why you train, that sort of thing. So it's natural to feel that way. You just have to pull your own head out of your ass sometimes, or have someone do that for you and be like, hey, bro,
yes,
you're actually not doing too bad, or hey, fam, you're not failing, or you're actually making progress.
That's why community.
Look at the progress photos. Look at the glutes. Look at this. Look at that. That's why communities are good. Like the 1RM1 that we have, where people post photos in the group chat and they're like, "Fuck, that looks sick!" Like, well done. Even other clients are pumping each other's tires up,
creating a space for people to be vulnerable.
Yeah,
and making them feel like they can come to the table with things like that. And not be shut down for it is massive. It's a massive thing for people. It really is.
And that's exactly what we're trying to start with the 1RM community, right?
I know that personally. I was scared to show photos of myself like that.
Yeah, and I think the higher up the food chain you get, the more you start to pull back a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of that ignorance is bliss, right?
Yes.
Like, if you don't know anything, or you kind of new in the space, and you see a little lump and bump, and you're like, whoa, look at this, and you're like, oh, that's awesome, man. Then you start to get surround yourself in the space. You start to look on social media, start to see who's actually up there. Then you start to be like, oh, actually, I'm not, and then that's where the negative. Whereas really, that's when you need to keep pushing up, and you need people around you to be like, nah, bro, like, nah, queen, look at your glutes, like, look at your delts, they're pumped up. Like you can be there, or hey, bro, look at the chest, look at the quads, they've grown. Like, it's, you're up there too. So
yeah,
it's also, well, they also look at those people and go, oh, far out, they're so far ahead. But it's like, yeah, but you're not behind.
Yeah,
it's like you literally started a year ago. That person's been training for 30 years,
100%,
10 years, even maybe even 5 years.
When did you start training? How old were you when you started training?
16.
Yeah. I remember my dad took me into fitness first on school holidays when I was like 12. Like, and I was doing like bicep curls with the dumbbells and still when I was fat when I was like 12 or 13 years old, you know what I mean? Just fucking around.
Proper chunky.
Yeah, proper thick boy.
Damn, boy.
Yeah,
Thick boy.
I
But,
was the complete opposite. I was twiggy.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're
same.
twiggy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what time what age did you start training?
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to go into the gym until my brother got his membership at 16 and I was 14.
Yeah, Matt. So you started training at 14 and you're, how old are you now?
Well, I was training at home, before that because I couldn't get into the gym then.
But you've already been training for 12 years.
Yeah. How
old are you?
13, 14 years.
13, 14 years. I'm the same. You're the same as well, if not longer.
Not consistently, obviously.
But still been touching the weight, so...
I've been setting foot into gyms since the age of 16, yes.
And that's something for other people to think about as well, you know? If you have people come to you at 25 and be like, hey man, I want to start training. So that's awesome. And then they start to compare to people, you know, who are
also
the same,
25.
who are also 25, but they've been training for 13 years, man. Like, so run your own race. Obviously, if you're stepping on stage competitively, then you have to understand you're being compared with other people. But outside of that, there's literally just you know, we're all here to bring each other up, and it's just you versus you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be comparing yourself to other people. That's why you need a strong community to bring you up.
Exactly. You're walking in that gym to better yourself.
Yeah.
So screw what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
You just use it as motivation.
Oh, Ben hates the MBA. Ben hates
Oh,
the MBA.
okay, no. But, like, I look at, like, other people, I'm like, oh, he's worked really hard to get there. Like, you know, what am I doing?
It's very easy to succumb to that, but you just... don't let it win.
You gotta use it as motivation to be like, oh, that's achievable, rather than be like, oh, I'm not there yet. You know what I mean?
That's
100%.
The wolf climbing the hill is hungrier than the wolf at the hill.
Put that on a motivational video. Let's fuck
the
it.
hill?
On top of the hill.
On top of the hill.
It sounded better when in my head.
Yeah.
The wolf climbing the hill... No, sorry. The wolf on top of the hill is not as hungry as the wolf climbing the hill.
I just got the biggest hard on from hearing that. My testosterone doubled.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, I think we'll end it there. That was a good chat, boys.
That was good.
If you want to elevate your physique or want to get to the next level, you know where to go. Head to One Arm for Coaching. You're going to hear all about it in the little tail off there. But thanks for watching. And that's how you take your physique to the next level.